Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis is ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody, let's go.
Hey guys, we're back again. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. Welcome to the Pascal Show. We have got some things we have got to get into. We're going to be going straight into this real fast because, unfortunately, I can only give you guys some of this information. I got to make this one quick because, like I said, I got some things I got to get into. So outside of this room. So if you can do me this solid, hit that like button down below, hit that reaction button, hit that subscribe, hit that follow and all that stuff. But we do have some breaking news that's coming out of Concord, North Carolina. There was a mass tragedy that just happened. That is absolutely insane. And again, we got to get into this because I'm just finding out about this myself and trying to get as much information as I can. So make sure you hit that like button down below, crush that subscribe button and all that. And we're going to get straight into the nitty gritty. Okay. So guys, this is absolutely insane. All right. This is absolutely insane. We have 4 people that have been hospitalized due to this tragedy that happened in Concord at a Christmas tree lighting ceremony. So a particular individual, because there's been multiple reports right now. This is why I kind of started a little bit late, because there have been different types of reports out here. They were saying that there may have been like a scuffle or some sort of problem between 2 different people. And then of course there was an exchange of gunfire. Now we're hearing something about a person, just one assailant. But I don't have all the information yet because obviously this is still breaking. This is still ongoing. So we're going to get straight into this right now. Okay. So like I said, 4 people have been hospitalized. We're hearing that, excuse me. We're hearing that other people could be injured as well due to this event. It's absolutely insane. I got a chance to see some footage, but like I said, this is all still breaking for me, at least. I know this has been going on for like the past hour or so. Other people have been talking about it, via online, via social media and everything like that as well. But obviously this is still fresh. Okay. Still brand new, still fresh, and it's still ongoing as we speak. Again, let me just say this. I always say this a million times over, and I'm going to say it again till I'm blue in the face. We got to find a different way to be better to each other, to our families, to our kids. Because, instantly I think about families. I think about the kids that are deeply traumatized to this situation. At this point, this next generation are all going to have, at this point, they're all going to have some sort of close call or close experience with firearms. This is where we're at now. Okay? That's what is happening now. It's not even it's not even a small possibility. It is a great possibility that there's more and more people that are going to be losing or getting very, very close to losing their lives or in the vicinity of someone losing their life due to firearms. There's got to be something there's got to be a change. I'm just going to be real. Okay? And yes, Mr. Wrench, we don't know anything yet, and that shouldn't matter. What matters is who the assailant is and why this assailant did this. And if it is only one assailant, that should matter. Because I know already in the streets online, because as I was going through the internet, getting some information, people are already trying to say certain things. And that's what's so reckless and so messed up about the world that we live in, and especially how messed up the internet is. They're so quick to start pointing fingers at a race or a certain group of people instead of actually waiting for the information. Okay? So let's wait for the information before we start pointing fingers and saying, let's be real. So let's get into this. So shots rang out Friday tonight during a Christmas tree lighting in downtown Concord, sending 4 people to the hospital. So a photojournalist for WCNC, Charlotte, was filming the event when he reported Shots were fired at around 7:40 p.m. The incident caused a disruption at the event, with officers setting up crime scene tape shortly after. So the Concord Police Department, according to them, they said this whole thing happened around 7:30 p.m. 4 people were taken to the hospital. 3 of the victims had serious injuries, and 1 person is in stable condition. This is what they're saying so far. Somebody said, a resident said, I thought it was just fireworks going off. My daughter thought the fireworks went off, and here it was 78 rounds of gunshots. And this is what a Concord resident said. Police said they are investigating footage from the actual event and speaking with several witnesses. Police asked anyone with information to call them at 704-920-5027. Again, 704-920-5027. Now, what's interesting, it sounds like to me that the assailant got away. So it sounds like to me that the assailant is still at large. Okay? Because it doesn't sound like these people were...
Breaking news now from the WRAL Live Center. We are just getting details about a shooting in Concord, North Carolina tonight at the town's Christmas tree lighting ceremony. This is video of the panic moments after this happened. We've learned that 4 people have been shot, 3 people critically injured. 1 person reportedly is stable right now. Concord police say this happened right around 7:30. They immediately canceled tonight's tree lighting ceremony. Witnesses say it sounded like fireworks, and then this panic broke out. We're working to get more details about this.
Now, what they're saying also, because I've been seeing other reports, they're saying something about they're still planning on doing the parade tomorrow. Because apparently there's a parade tomorrow. And I'm going, no, you shouldn't do a parade tomorrow. Like, you should just cancel it all. Because if this is some sort of Terry attack, if you get what I'm saying, if this is some sort of like someone just asked, Michael just asked, is it possible that this could have been a Terry attack or no? I don't know. But what I do know is that somebody went in there, opened fire, and then bounced. From what we're understanding, they have not said anything about the assailant being neutralized or being detained, under arrest, or anything of that sort. But now they're sitting there going, well, activities are going to keep on going like they usually go. You know what I mean? The show must go on. So tomorrow it's going down. Are we sure about that? Are we sure that's a good idea right now? I'm not trying to pee in anybody's cereal. Okay. I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade. See what I'm saying? See what I did there? But at the same time, I don't think that's a good idea. If the assailant is still at large, which I hope that's not the case, damn right you shut it all down. Wait for another week. Do it another weekend, or just cancel it for this year. I'm sorry, but you already have people injured at a place that's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. It's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. It's not supposed to be this, but I digress. Let us continue on, because there's a few things that we got to look into, and I got a very, I don't have all day, unfortunately. Okay, but
hey guys, coming.
What? Hold on.
Hey guys, coming to you here from the Concord courthouse, where we were here celebrating Christmas, the holidays. They were gonna light the tree, as you can see there, when gunshots rang out. We're right here by the courthouse. Lots of police presence. There was a lot of police presence out here. Police tape wrapped around the courthouse. People leaving strollers. People leaving chairs. Concord police now investigating. Very, very, very heavy situation. Tons of people out here, all running towards us. Heard the gunshots, thought it was fireworks, and that's the same thing a lot of witnesses are saying. Wow. A lot.
Now, what's really crazy about this is that a lot of people are saying, eyewitnesses that we've been hearing so far, And what I've heard before I went live with you guys, they were saying like, I thought it was fireworks. So I reacted, but then we could see people like covered in blood on the ground and all that kind of stuff. Right. So again, this is absolutely crazy. And Steve, be careful out there, man. Okay. Be safe. You have to work a tree event tomorrow for security. Keep your head on a swivel. You know, what's really sad about this is that this is the world that we live in now. We can't go to an event without us instantly thinking about where the exits, where the nearest exits. And if ish hits the fan, where can I go with me and my loved ones so that we're safe? See, this is the reason why I keep saying, make sure you get those jogs in, get those steps in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your ish is tight. Make sure your chops are tight. Real talk. We live in some wild times because you never know if you got to carry somebody or move somebody or take your kids, you know what I mean, in both hands and run like your life depended on it. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds weird. And I sound like a doomsday prepper or something like that, but I'm being real. Yes, Bob. And stay frosty, baby. Stay frosty, my friends. Okay? I'm being real. Because this is the world that we live in. This is the time that we live in. Okay? I'd rather all of us be prepared and wrong than unprepared and right. Do you get what I'm saying? This is the world that we live in now, guys. Real talk. People are crazy. People are doing bad things. And they don't really give a damn about anyone's life. Sorry to say it like that, but that's the truth. Okay? We got more.
It's Friday, November 21st, 2025. We have breaking news out of Concord, where a shooting has disrupted the annual Christmas tree lighting event. Here's what we know right now. WCNC Charlotte photojournalist Pierre Simmons was at the tree lighting covering it for us. He said that the shots rang out around 7:30 p.m. during the festivities before the lighting, causing a lot of confusion and chaos to happen right then and there. We don't know how many people are injured right now, but we do know that crews were seen working on at least one person. We don't know if there are any suspects in this incident as well. We're working to get more information, so stay tuned for that.
So again, here's the other thing, because there are people out here saying it's like, dudes got into some scuffle and it was like a gang thing or a street beef type thing and they opened fire and blah, blah, blah. We don't know anything. We don't have any of the proof. We don't know a damn thing right now. Okay? Let me just make that abundantly clear. We don't have any information about that proving anything otherwise. All we know is that somebody went out of their way, opened fire, and that person's nowhere to be seen. Okay? Yes, I agree, Medusa. I got so many questions as well. Hopefully we'll get some of these questions answered here throughout the course of this very quick. It's not going to be a super long show, like I said, guys. Okay? But I want to give you guys this information because this is pretty insane. Okay, so let's take a look at this
right now from Queen City News.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Caroline Boyer. We begin with breaking news out of Concord, where officers are investigating a mass shooting at the city's annual tree lighting ceremony that left 4 people injured. It happened at about 7:30 tonight in downtown Concord. Queen City News reporter Shakira Speaks is live there. Shakira, what do we know so far?
Yeah, Caroline, still a developing story, but what we know right now, 4 people were shot. 3 of those people are critically injured and 1 is in stable condition. It happened during the city's annual tree lighting event that happened just before 7:30 today, just like you said. Take a look at this video that we were sent from a viewer showing Concord police driving towards the scene. The event was subsequently canceled once the shots rang out and people started saying shots fired. A lot of people were running back to their cars, as we were told. Police again say it happened around 7:30 Friday evening. We spoke to 2 people who were headed towards the tree stage when the shots were fired.
All of a sudden, there were 3 pops. And in my mind, I'm like, well, fireworks don't start until later. Mm-hmm. And then I saw like just a sea of people running. And I'm like, no.
This has never happened before. Yeah. So it definitely was a big surprise. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because there were so many kids right there. Like we were standing right there. Mm-hmm. We heard the pops, and there was a kid laying in the street, bloody. And it's not. I'm not worried about myself. I'm just worried about the kids that had to see that.
Mm-hmm.
very tough situation going on here.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. I mean, you got all these kids that are there, just think about that. All these kids that are just there trying to see, trying to, excited about Santa. Think about that. You got kids as young as that. They're excited about seeing the tree because they can't wait for Christmas time. And everybody loves Christmas to a certain extent. If you don't like Christmas to a certain extent, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? But for the most part, most people really truly love and adore Christmas time, So it makes no sense why anybody would show up, because I saw some of you guys in the chat be like, why? Who in their right mind would show up to a Christmas tree lighting event with a damn pew pew? It's about Christmas time, baby. Yes, Christmas is a feeling, right? It's a vibe, baby. It's not even just it's more than a feeling. It's a vibe. Okay? It's all about a vibe. And it just doesn't make sense that something like this would happen on a moment that's supposed to spark off the start of the year, or the start of the season. I'm sorry. The start of the season, the fun part of this time of year, when the snow falls and you get the gingerbread men out, and you get the candy canes, and you get the tree, and you get the gifts, and then you get to see family that you haven't seen in a while, and all that stuff, right? It's crazy, guys. It's crazy.
Concord. Investigation is still going on. Police tell me that they are still interviewing witnesses. They were slow and hesitant to say anything about the suspect, telling me that there were going to be more information that comes out a little later tonight and then into tomorrow. The parade is still going on at the moment. We haven't got any word. There's supposed to be a parade tomorrow at 2:30, and it's still a developing story tonight. Caroline will be watching this for more information on air and online. For now.
Okay, let me just say this. There's going to be they are still planning on doing the parade tomorrow. I'm sorry, no one's going to show up. Or not a whole lot of, how about this? Not a whole lot of people are going to brave themselves to go out there. If the assailant is still out there at large, 4 people have been injured, okay? And maybe multitude others have been hurt too. We don't know about it at all, right? We don't. And still, they're planning on doing a parade? I don't think that's a good idea. I'll just say that out loud. Okay? I really don't think that's a good idea. Okay? Yeah, look. This is the shot. This is the moment. Look, check this out. I'm going to lower this because it gets loud. Mama rock me. Oops. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? People just having a good time. You see all those kids in front? There are kids right there. If you can't see, let me see if I can make this bigger. They're right there at the bottom. They're kids bopping up and down, enjoying the music, having a great time, and brah, 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 brah. Like, what's going on here? And there may have been more shots than just those shots. I know you guys are saying 6, 7. But at the same time, real talk. Yeah, it's like 6, 7 shots. And look at how even the band stops playing. Okay? Even the band stops playing, y'all. It's scary. What happened here? What actually happened here? Let's take a look at this. Who's the person? Who did this and why did they do this?
Can't go no goddamn where, man. Can't go no goddamn where, man.
That's damn short. You heard a guy go, you can't even go in no damn where. Yeah, you can't. You know what I mean? You can't go anywhere nowadays. You can't do a damn thing nowadays, y'all. We are living in some crazy times. Let's see. This is saying here, I guess people were huddling out, like ducking inside of a restaurant, it looks like, because of the shots being fired. Maybe he did say that. It sounded like he said you can't go anywhere. Like you can't go nowhere. You know what I mean? And you never know. I mean, there may be, there might be stories of the guy just literally just pulling up and just opening fire. That's possible too. I mean, this is some scary stuff. But again, like I said, all at a Christmas tree lighting event. I mean, who does this? Real talk, who does this? Who goes out of the way to be like, oh yeah, let me make the people's lives a living hell today by just opening fire on these people? That sounds like a lot of fun. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, what sucks is that there's not a whole lot except for like footage of the cars driving by, blah, 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 right? Hold on. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Yeah, y'all. I mean, hold on. I'm checking to see if there's anything from Queen City.
Charlotte's Plaza Midwood neighborhood.
What's interesting is that, I mean, I know that there's like ICE, a lot of protests and stuff that are going on in Charlotte, North Carolina as well. I don't know how far away Concord is from Charlotte, North Carolina, but at the same time, it does make you wonder about if this has any correlation between that, right? Between what's going on in Charlotte, North Carolina with, Border Patrol sweeps that are actually happening and all that, right? So it does make you wonder if there's if it has anything to do with those two things, or if it's just some, crazed lunatic that just decided to open fire on people. That's still something that trying to find out as well. But like I said, there's not a lot. Just cops blazing by. Just cops blazing by. Like I said, not a whole lot of info. Did I show this? Nope. Hold on. I'm pulling this up because there's more to this one particular video. Take a look at this.
What do you think we're trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's not a whole lot, which is kind of frustrating because obviously we're all trying to understand what actually happened here. Who's the assailant? Who's the person that did this? And there's not a whole lot. They're not really giving us a lot, which is really frustrating. You got footage of family walking with their kids, freaking out. Of course, the kids are scared.
She's good. They got. We came past the church.
And you know what's really sad about this is that some of these kids they're getting emotional solely because of they were looking forward to seeing the Christmas tree. You see what I'm saying? That like some of these kids don't truly understand what actually happened, which is totally understandable. It's just I'm trying to explain like how innocent these lives are and how innocent these kids are. They may not even know or even understand what was going on. But then now they're going, well, why aren't we going to see the tree light up? You know what I mean? So again, it's very sad. Let me see this here. Mary just said, Pascal, they said it was teenagers shadow fighting earlier, and they plan to finish it at the Christmas tree. Wait, what? Huh? What? So they just, huh? They said, we just going to have that fight out in public in front of the Christmas tree lighting in public where all these kids are. If that's the case, then that is dumb. That is a level of dumb that I've never heard before. That is just dumb, y'all. That is just dumb. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything else. That's just dumb, y'all. That's just dumb. Sorry, we gonna do this we gonna finish it off right at the lighting in front of all these innocent lives and these families and stuff. Like, what's wrong with people? If that's the case. So here's the thing. 3 victims are being treated with critical injuries. A 4th victim is considered to be in stable condition, which is good. The other ones in critical injuries with, getting treated for critical injuries. That is some serious stuff. So hopefully they pull through. Of course, the major of Concord police stated, first and foremost, our thoughts. Let's pull this up for you guys. Thoughts are first and foremost, our thoughts are with those injured, the families, and those who witnessed this senseless act. No one should have to go through an experience like this. So we already know the tree lighting ceremony is a popular annual event in Concord, drawing large crowds who were caught off guard by the unexpected violence. So an eyewitness described the situation where she basically was caught off guard. Let's see, actively seeking witnesses and video evidence to identify who's responsible for this situation. However, they have yet taken anyone into custody and did not disclose whether they are searching for one or multiple suspects. So again, could it be that the 2 that got some of the 4 that got hurt are the assailants themselves? Could it be that? I don't know. But let's hear this.
Concord, police say 4 people were shot. Somebody opened fire during the tree lighting ceremony. I'm Scott Wickersham.
I'm Erica Bryant. The shooting happened just before 7:30 tonight near Union Street and Cabarrus Avenue. Channel 9's veteran crime reporter Glenn Counts just got an update from police in the past 10 minutes. What'd they say, Glenn?
Yeah, Erica, we heard from Major Tiernan with the Concord Police Department, and the good news in this situation, at least so far, is that there have not been any fatalities. But as you guys have been reporting, 4 people, a total of 4, have been shot. All of them were taken to the hospital. Their conditions, according to police, is that 3 are in critical condition and 1 is in stable condition. Now, as you guys have seen the video, it was a crazy scene out here with people scrambling, doing whatever they could to get out of the way. The tree lighting ceremony is an institution here in Concord, which has been going on for more than 20-something years. And a lot of people came here to enjoy themselves. But the ceremony was supposed to get started around 7:30, but witnesses tell us that shots rang out just before then and actually cut the event short. And so instead of a street full of kids, parents, and well-wishers who came here to celebrate the holidays, the street is full of police, fire, medic, and crime scene technicians. Emily Baxa is an educator, and some of her kids were supposed to perform during the tree lighting ceremony, and she describes the chaos.
And people were just running and running and running and running.
How intense, how would you describe that?
I have literally only seen it in either videos or like online in movies. Never something that I would have mentally prepared for. So it was actually, yeah, it caught me off guard a lot.
Did it frighten you?
Yes, because it's something I've never would have mentally prepared for.
Obviously, there are a lot of people in this town who are sharing that sentiment tonight. In terms of how the case is progressing, police haven't shared a whole lot, but we can tell you no one has been arrested at this point in time. They are asking for anyone who may have seen something or who might have video to please give them a call and share with them so they can get to the bottom of who is responsible and perhaps learn why this happened.
Yeah. Again, the assailant or the assailants is still at large. We don't know everything as of yet, but this is absolutely crazy. I'm praying for everybody out there in Concord. I'm praying that if they are going to do this parade tomorrow, that this stuff doesn't happen again, that this doesn't attract more chaos and more problems tomorrow. And for those of y'all who are in the Concord area that are thinking about going to the parade, but heard about this and are thinking twice about going to the actual parade, I have to sit here and say, just don't go. There's plenty of other parades you can go to. Maybe this is the one that you sit out on. Okay. And I understand some people, it's tradition, it's the yearly traditional thing that you do. But if they did not get the assailant and that assailant has not been arrested yet, I'm just saying it might be a good idea to just stay home and keep your family safe. Watch it from the TV, if you can, or just do something at home, that's festive with your family. Yeah. Classic one. Basically, it's go at your own risk, but I would highly recommend not to. Not unless they got the people or the person who did this. But they still say that person's at large. They do not know where that person is. Whether it was a street beef thing or whatever, doesn't matter. This person should be detained as soon as possible so that the people of Concord can actually go out there and live their lives and enjoy the things that they're allowed and should be able to enjoy out here, especially these holiday festivities. Corey, thank you so much for 10 memberships. Welcome to the family, all 10 of you. I appreciate you guys. Again, guys, all I ask for you guys to do, for those of y'all who just got blessed by Corey, please do me a solid. Open the door for somebody, okay? Make an extra cup of coffee or extra cup of hot cocoa for a friend, even if they didn't ask for it, just get it for them anyway. You see what I'm saying? It's the small niceties that in life that keep this world turning. Okay. And hopefully less of this kind of stuff that we're talking about right here. Hopefully less of that kind of stuff happens. Right. So anyway, guys, that is it. Okay. I just wanted to give you guys that update here. That is the show. All right. If there's more information, I'll let you guys know. But again, my prayers are going out to all the people out there. That's absolutely nuts. It's not right. It's messed up. And when we get more information, I'll let you guys know. All right. So please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Crush it. Do what it do. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on these other platforms. If you are watching on these other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, make sure you hit that follow button. Subscribe here on my main channel, right here on my YouTube channel. Go and check out the Pascal Show clips and Pascal Raw. Subscribe to those channels as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. All right. Don't forget, hit that notification bell. Set it to all so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload. Check out my join button down below. Become a member. Like 10 of y'all just got gifted, but there's plenty more room for more members to join. So hit that join button down below, please, and thank you. All right, check out my Patreon, and of course, check out PascalMerch.com. All right, guys. Anyway, it's time to get going. Much love to you guys. I'll be talking to you guys very soon. Stay safe out there, and I'm most likely will be talking to you guys tomorrow, so we'll talk then. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.